It's pretty straightforward, isn't it, Aaron?
Well, I think given the fact that the weather completely
Why, they
evaporated
played a
and
huge
stayed away,
part.
and the wicket got slower and
They should have
slower.
scored about 200 runs.
Yeah,
If Rohit would have stayed there, they would have cashed around about 200 runs, easy.
absolutely.
I mean, are you the best spinner? Are you the best batsman of the spinners? By and large. I'm just asking a question. As Englishmen,
Yeah.
you know the best batsman of the spin. Why would you take a chances? It's a pretty straightforward thinking. I mean, why do you complicate things? If I was in England, winning the toss, put around about 160 odd runs. Mind you, there are 3 spinners, and there is a one most difficult fast bowler of this format and any format is Bumrah, who is never going to able to let you score. And with this kind of a variation, anyways, I mean, needless to say, I don't know what they were thinking. And plus, I think weather played a huge part. No, I'm sorry, don't. It was pretty humid out there. Whatever the moisture that you had, it was dried up. With the 1 minute is the rain, another minute is thing was gone. But मुझे नहीं लगता यार कि again, I'm not going to say this word, but they're just like headless chickens. I mean, it
The
wasn't
chickens
bringing
are
runs.
back.
So I think it's just useless batting by India, by England. I mean, किस तरह आप किस पे मारोगे? I mean, किस पे मारोगे? मुझे ये तो समझ नहीं आ रहा किस पे अटैक करोगे? So, but I was very disappointed with the toss. I'll be honest with you. I've been saying that to you. Look, scoring something about 150 above at 60, it's a winnable total. You get that total and then you'll be in the game. Here, England is not in the game right from the word go anyways. So, there's a one player that who's actually capitalizing on the whole situation is Rohit Sharma. It's just off to a great start every time. And imagine he's playing about 60 balls or 70 balls. If he gives himself another 3 overs, India would have scored about 200 runs easy. But again, then he had Surya Kumar Yadav. I keep on saying that Rishabh Pant as an opener, Kohli as a 1 down, would have been a perfect match made in heaven kind of thing. But Surya Kumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya comes in and just gets your total right and becomes a winning total. I think it was very sad to see that the England approach, and then again sad to see the departing like this. And well done to India. What are ruthless performances? What are ruthless performances? That's the way it should be. I mean, आपको मैसेज देना चाहिए यार, आप हमारे खिलाफ बैटिंग करोगे दूसरी, hey you go, take a pick, हम आपको ऐसे स्मलिया मेट करेंगे. वो पहली बॉल है, बटलर साहब आराम कर जाओ, थोड़ा आराम कर जाओ, थोड़ा रिलैक्स कर लो, पहला बॉल देख लो कितना स्पिन हो रहा है, नीचे लो ऊपर 5-6 बॉलें देख लो, उसके बाद चला देना. But anyways, disappointed to see Aaron. Really, I wanted to see a good semi-finals, not like this. ये तो अफगानिस्तान वाला हाल हो गया.
I don't think we expected to see England rolled for as much as they were in the end. A 68-run margin is massive to Team India. Guppy, Jos Buttler was saying at the post-match presentation that he didn't actually think the toss played that big of a part. He didn't feel like conditions changed a hell of a lot throughout the innings. He just thought they were completely outplayed from bowlers' perspective when it came their time to chase. So what was your read on the situation?
He's right, they were outplayed, but the wicket was never going to get easy to bat on. What happened obviously, and they've got to live with that decision of bowling first. But obviously India were just way too good on the day. Rohit's fantastic again, backed up by Surya Kumar, Hardik Pandya again, Jadeja, and then a little Axar Patel cameo at the end. I mean, this is again, it's everybody sticking their hand up when other people don't, and that's why they've got to the final. Guys have just put their hand up when needed. Rohit's led the way, Surya Kumar's led the way, and other guys have just chipped in around that, and it's fantastic to see. And it's, we've seen 2 lopsided semi-finals, and hopefully we see a pretty close final in a couple of days' time.
Because you played CPL, you played a lot in the Caribbean in your career.
You are so negative about everything. You've been negative about every single toss. Oh no, they should have bowled first. Oh no, they should have done that. And now you're negative about the final.
I think
be excited about it.
South Africa. It is not looking forward to playing against India. I'll be honest with you. I'm not being negative. I'm just giving you the reality.
I think they'll be pretty excited.
What makes you think that I'm being negative? I'm just giving you the reality.
Your whole reaction to that? Oh no.
I don't think South Africa will make it far. No. Well, that's my opinion. I'm not being negative about it.
But your reaction? No.
But
I don't think that after watching this kind of a spell with the spinners,
Yeah.
If they lost the toss and they had to defend and bat second,
No.
Well, that was what I wanted to bring you in,
I
Marty.
think they were not expecting that they will be post something 170. They were thinking that England were thinking at that time when winning the toss and elected to ball first, maybe 130 or 140. But they were played, very well. Especially the partnership between Rohit Sharma and Surya Kumar Yadav, that 73 runs partnership, I think that was the crucial for them. And when they and the spinners, they only take 1 wicket, and India take like 6 wickets. So I think that was the big difference between the two teams.
And Rohit Sharma himself said after the match, he said at one point even they were thinking 150, 160
Yeah.
here. But after that partnership, they were like, let's add 25 more and see what they can do. with
देखिए
it.
एक रोहित शर्मा ने कितनी अच्छी बात की कि हमारे उसमें कोई पैनिक नहीं था. अगर उनके जहन में यही था, जैसे उन्होंने खुद भी कहा कि हमारे जहन में इतना नहीं था, और फिर अगर वो हार्दिक पांड्या वहाँ आउट नहीं होते तो 10 से 15 रन और थे मेरे ख्याल से वहाँ पे. जिस तरह उन्होंने वो स्टार्ट हुए और वो जो तीसरा शॉट खेला उन्होंने, वो सीधा हाथों में चला गया. तो उस वक्त लेकिन आपने उनकी जब बैटिंग कर रहे थे तो आपने एक अच्छा बड़े काम थे वो, और वहाँ उनको पता था कि अगर हम कहीं 140 150 करते हैं तो हमारे पास अच्छा चांस होगा. उसकी वजह ये कि वो आज इंडिया भी हमेशा चेस करती है, लेकिन रोहित शर्मा ने कहा कि मुझे बैटिंग करनी थी. वो इसलिए कि हमने ये देखा कि जो हम बार बार बात करते हैं कि जो आपके गिवन कंडीशन है उसके हिसाब से आप फैसला करो. ठीक है, आप अच्छे होंगे चेज़ में, ठीक है आप अच्छे होंगे पोस्ट में, लेकिन अगर हम एक और टीम की बात करें, अफ़गानिस्तान की, उस पिच पे उनको पहले खुद बैटिंग नहीं करनी चाहिए थी, जो उस पर हम ज़्यादा बात नहीं कर सके. लेकिन हम उससे पहले मैच में क्या करते हैं, प्लीज़ हम ही थे कि भाई प्लीज़ बैटिंग कर लें, ऐसा ना करें. लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि वो भी मिस कर गए. उस
पिच रीड करनी चाहिए.
पिच रीड करनी चाहिए. ठीक है, आप अपने स्ट्रेंथ पे खेलते हो, आपकी स्ट्रेंथ है कि जी बैट पहले करनी, या आपकी स्ट्रेंथ है कि आपने चेस करना है, लेकिन कंडीशन अगर आपको नहीं अलाउ करती तो आप वन डायमेंशन देखें, ये भी वन डायमेंशन आप टीम ने नहीं बनना कि इधर आपने चेस करना है या इधर आपने पोस्ट करना है. डोंट बिकम वन डायमेंशन टीम. तो मेरे ख्याल से आज जो इंग्लैंड है वो ये चेस कर गई, ये मिस कर गई ये पॉइंट. क्योंकि देखिए इतनी लोडेड टीम है. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि ठीक है इंडिया भी हार सकती थी, इंग्लैंड भी अगर हारता भी तो और थोड़ा फाइट ज़रूर कर सकते थे. मेरे ख्याल से जब इतनी लोडेड टीम हो, इतने आपके पास एक्सपीरियंस हो और इतने मेच्योर टीम हो, तो फिर आपको आखिर तक दिन जाना चाहिए. अगर हम इंडिया की और ऑस्ट्रेलिया की भी बात करें तो जब ऑस्ट्रेलिया चेस कर रहा था तो एक टाइम पे वो अहेड थे, और अगर वो कैच अक्षर पटेल नहीं करते मिचेल मार्श का तो शायद उन पे और प्रेशर आता, और अगर प्रेशर आता तो फिर मिस्टेक होती. तो मेरे ख्याल से ये आपको लर्न करना है कि ठीक है आप वन डायमेंशन अगर हो भी तो फिर आप कम से कम नज़दीक तो पहुँचो, फिर आप 68 रन की दूरी पे नहीं हारो मैच.
And Professor, India had an aggressive attack to the entire batting lineup. It felt like maybe that was the wrong call in the power play when they did lose Virat and punt early, but that consistency to attack the bowlers, selfless batting, aggressive batting, it ended up getting them 171, which was far too much on a wicket like this. Did you enjoy that intent with the bat today from India?
Well, really impressed, because they managed things very well. They were controlling the game all over at the end of the match too. As a batting unit, they posted that total, which obviously given them a more confidence that they can defend that total. Having quality spinners within your team, also having Bumrah with you, I think it's going to be a tough task for any team to chase down this total. But this victory, obviously they were very clinical in the whole tournament. They were very ruthless. They were very going with the right approach, because by the time I wanted to just share that thing, by the time this team was selected, media was asking why you had 4 spinners and 3 fast bowlers, and he said I will reveal it later, because the conditions were more demanding and more conducive towards spin attack. That's the reason this guy, and along with the management, must have a plan that how they're going to utilize the 4 spinners on these tracks, which obviously will give them more edge. So as a team, I think they planned things well, they execute their plans really well, and they deserve to be in the final, because at the moment there's no doubt they are a complete team. India is a complete team at the moment, because earlier their batting was more dominant, and Virat and Rohit was the more 2 pillars of the team basically, who used to get more runs for the team. But now we can see the contribution of different batsmen are getting into and also performing well whenever the situation is demanding from them. even though Virat Kohli doesn't have a best of the World Cup so far, but still see it didn't make any difference to the whole progress of the team. So I think as a team they planned things very well. The only one mystery has to be unleashed, has to understand, that is the inclusion of Dubey, because Pakistan had a mystery of Abrar Ahmed, never been unleashed. They unleashed that mystery, still not been able to find what is his role in the team. Because I still believe Virat should bat at number 3. I know it's too late now. They will never change that thing for the final. But it's a missed opportunity for Jaiswal, I believe. The guy was ready to represent to do well for the team. But having Dubey and wasting a time on him, because the way he's playing this tournament, I couldn't see much about the technique, about his whatever he must have done in the franchise cricket. But at international level, it doesn't seem to be a complete player.
And he slid even further down that
Absolutely.
batting order today. Yeah. Dubious.
And once you don't have a confidence on him, then why you are having him in the squad?
Well, a lot has been said on the Indian selection, and I think now we're understanding why they went with a spin-heavy side. Of course, they were the only team to know where they were playing their semi-final, the venue, the conditions, and all of that. Let's take a quick look at the match summary as well and see what went down in Guyana today. England winning the toss and putting India to bat first. India ending up with 171 at the loss of 7 wickets at the end of the 20 overs. Rohit Sharma with 57 off his bat, and Surya Kumar Yadav playing another spectacular knock, 47 from 36 from him, supported by Hardik Pandya with the fiery 23 of 13 from him. Jadeja chipping in at the end, which ended up with India doing 171 on the board. Chris Jordan with 3 wickets. Again today, a great spell from him. Sam Curran 1 wicket. Adil Rashid and Reece Topley with a wicket each to their names. But the score was going to be too much for the England batters, especially with the kind of start they got. Philip Saul got out early, but it was Joss Butler with 23 off 15, and Harry Brook with 25 who top scored in that inning. But apart from that, nobody else could really establish partnerships to take the chase through. Bowling, agar hum baat kare, Kuldeep and Axar Patel bowled beautifully through the middle, 3 wickets each for both of them in their 4 overs, and Bumrah doing Bumrah things once again, 2 wickets for him, giving away just 12 in his almost 3 overs, 2.4 overs. India won the match by 68 runs, which is a massive margin for them, but we're not worried about margins anymore or net run rate anymore, because they're into the final and they're playing South Africa, who also have come into this final with a journey of their own, Erin. And we will, of course, talk properly about that final as well, do our own preview. But Shoaib, coming back to this match and coming back to India being spin heavy in this World Cup, now we understand their makeup was primarily for the knockouts, because they haven't been doing well in the knockouts. अगर आप उनके आखिरी कुछ World Cups देखें तो वो unbeaten तो रहते हैं, लेकिन semi-final में आके या final में आके collapse कर जाते हैं as a team. This time, do you think it will be any different for India in the final?
Look, I not make a tough statement here, but India has made a bad pitch for the last World Cup. Let's put it this way, very simple. India would have given a chance to Australia to bat first, could have done that. You know, they wanted to bowl first. Yeah. I always empathize that you got to read the wicket first. You have to read the wicket. Why this toss plays? Why we don't have the toss? Why we have the toss? The reason why, what I've seen Yunus today, you went there to make pitch, right? And did the roller thing, and you know, and then he practiced on it. ये सारी practices जो थी, ये हम बचपन में करते रहे. अब हफीज भी करता रहा, विकेट बनाता रहा, यूनुस भी विकेट बनाता रहा, मैं भी विकेट बनाता रहा. और जब हम खेलते थे उस पर हमें पता चल जाता था कि यार ये विकेट में बाउंस कम है आज. याद है रात सही सही खड़े होकर देखते थे यार बारिश ना हो जाए सुबह, बिल्कुल ऐसे, ताकि फिर सुबह देखते यार आज बाउंस कम है, आज ज़्यादा है. हमें विकेटों का पता चल जाता था बाय द टाइम वी गेट टू द फर्स्ट क्लास.
कलर से पता चल जाता था.
यू रिमेंबर?
सम टाइम कलर से पता चल जाता है कि मॉइस्चर है कि नहीं इसमें.
रिमेंबर? सो अब देखें, अब अफगानिस्तान की बात की, अफगानिस्तान ठीक है, आप स्ट्रेंथ पे जाएं, ट्रीट करें यार. आप अपनी शायद उस बॉलिंग के साथ आप शायद कर सकते थे, बट मैं यही कह रहा हूँ आप वेल प्रिपेयर्ड जाते हैं, आप सोचते हैं चीज़ों के बारे में. आई थिंक इंडिया यहाँ से अब अगर अगले मैच पे टॉस जीतता है तो आपको क्या लगता है ऑनेस्टली वो क्या करेगा? अगर विकेट वहाँ पे घास तो नहीं होगा ना, बारबाडोस में तो मजेदार विकेट फ्लैट होगा, वो क्या करेगा? अब मैं आपसे पूछता हूँ क्या करेगा? बैटिंग करेगा ना,
ऑफ कोर्स बैट
सिंपल. वही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि वहाँ पे अगर थोड़ा सा अगर साउथ अफ्रीका टीम comes really hard with the ball, you know, just somehow, you know, Shamsi, Notier, Rabada, there is a lot of ammunition is there. You know, nobody has tried Virat Kohli with the bouncers, you know. It's okay, I understand Rohit Sharma is in top form, he's a great player. I mean, I rate him far better player than Virat Kohli because he has the range of shot that, you know, nobody has right now, the timing even. So, I think it's going to play a critical part again, टॉस भी होगा मुझे लगता है, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि अपर हैंड इस मैच की कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव विन के बाद साउथ अफ्रीका का प्रेशर बहुत ज़्यादा है और अब देखें कि वेल डिजर्विंग जो होता है, मुझे लगता है यार उसका फेयरवेल होना चाहिए रोहित शर्मा का, यू नो कि जीते वर्ल्ड कप ही जीते. सो मुझे मेरा दिल ये कहता है कि उसका फेयरवेल होना चाहिए. लास्ट वर्ल्ड कप उसके हाथ से चीन से लेगी.
शायद कोहली का भी हो सकता है. नहीं
यार, अब देखो गौतम गंभीर की स्टेटमेंट आई है बड़ी सख्त किस्म की, कहता है आई वांटेड टू बी हैव 5 न्यू प्लेयर्स इन द टीम. So I have to have a right of selection. I have to have a right of selection for the senior players at the same time. So the pathway is very clear. So I really reckon that thing there should be. I mean, I don't know whether it's going to be the last World Cup for Virat or Rohit Sharma, but this World Cup needs to be won by Rohit Sharma, and I'm all for it.
You know, and Rohit and Virat, of course, we might be seeing the last of them in a World Cup, but also Rahul Dravid, you know, he has just given so much to Indian cricket, and they would love to send him off with a World Cup win. It would mean so much, and we've seen him just, you know, sitting in the dugout with that expression. You know, everybody knows him as the wall, and he has been the wall for India in that dugout as well. So it will be, imagine the scenes if they're able to lift the trophy and give that tribute to that great man.
Yeah, I mean, he's worked so hard, and I think they all have, and it's been the one thing kind of eluding the Indian team for such a long time. Is it their year? Well, one man who's doing his absolute darndest to make that happen is Rohit Sharma, the captain, leading from the front once again with the bat in today's innings. By far the top scorer with his 57, Marty. He just, once again, aggression, but controlled aggression, calculative risk, even just maintaining that mentality of calmness, even though the rain delay came, the way that he worked with Suryakumar Yadav. What did you enjoy about his 57 today? His third 50 this World Cup, his 12th World Cup. It's just amazing.
Yeah, he played extremely well again, didn't he, on what was not really that easier surface to bat on, and he got off to a pretty decent start, pretty good flyer, and then he pulled it back a little bit around that time that they went off for the rain break. It was no drop catch. It was
tough chance, no?
Not an easy time to bat around, you know, when there's a break there. And what he did really well was to actually get through that and get himself back in, and so he was able to take a bit more toll, sort of towards the sort of middle end of the innings. And you know, he did that really well, because if he had got out straight after that break, things may have changed drastically. You know, England may have got another wicket or two, and you know, then India really under the pump. So he played really well, and he was really well supported by Suryakumar, and that partnership of 73 is what took the game away from England. You know, they were just on the back foot then, and then you have the likes of Hardik coming in, Jadeja, and you know, these guys with the power at the end of the innings to you know, really take India through to a really competitive score of 171, which was, you know, in the end way too much for England to chase.
It was the most crucial partnership of the entire innings, wasn't it, Eunice?
Yeah, it was a composed and controlled aggression from him, and he will know that if we have scored like 160 or 70, they had a good chance, but he will know that, and the calmness he shows. He takes singles, he plays a sweep shot and reverse sweep shot. Normally he can't do that, but he were able to do that.
Good time to whip it out.
Yeah. So he was good, and he was prepared that if they scored 160 or 70, they had a good chance to win this game easily.
Yeah.
Right, Professor Sky, you know, jitni inki baat hui hai, we've already seen him attack the bowlers, but also be so innovative with the bat, and once again he was just anything but orthodox approaching this match as well with that कहते हैं ऐसे firmness of plans जो रोहित शर्मा बार बार हर इंटरव्यू में कह रहे हैं कि हर बैटर को उनका रोल पता है और वो उसके ऊपर उसके एग्जीक्यूशन कितने ब्यूटीफुली करते हैं सूर्य कुमार यादव. हाउ वंडरफुल इज इट for a captain to have someone like him batting down the order at number 4 at that crucial number, and then having him take the games deep with the bat.
रोहा, मैं खुद इस चीज़ को कहता हूँ कि मैं खुद ये मानता था, और मैं ये कहता रहा हूँ कि जब जो रोहित और विराट हैं, इन दो के अलावा बाकी प्लेयर जो इनके थे वो पार रन्स टच नहीं कर पाते थे। अगर आप वो रोहित और विराट को जल्दी आउट कर लो तो बाकी प्लेयर खेलते ज़रूर थे लेकिन वो पार रन्स को टच नहीं करते थे। अभी इनकी टीम की जो बैलेंस सेट हुआ है जिसमें पंत, सूर्या कुमार यादव, हार्दिक पांड्या, ये वो लोग हैं जो रोहित और विराट के आउट होने के बाद भी मैच जितवा रहे हैं। तो ये एक बहुत ही शानदार इंक्लूजन है सूर्या कुमार यादव की वाइट बॉल क्रिकेट में। इवन वनडे में भी उनकी कामयाबी अभी उस लेवल पे नहीं है लेकिन T20 फॉर्मेट में ही इज़ द मोस्ट सूटेबल पर्सन, क्योंकि वो इनोवेट करते हैं जो शॉट्स हैं उनकी, और वो अपने, जब पहले मैं कह चुका हूँ कि वो अनऑर्थोडॉक्स ब्रिलियंस है।
What is that? That was audacious.
Yes, some of the shots he normally plays with the wrist work and also the angling the ball somewhere with the different angles. He used the strength of his timing very well. It doesn't go only this, bowler back drives. He used the pace very well. He used his angle of the bat very well. So I think as a player he got all those shots, which obviously we think that we never seen that too many. Very often from the different players, because he is the guy who does that very well with a lot of conviction, with a lot of authority, and he's an unconditional player at the moment, because as Martin said, even in New Zealand where the bounce is a little bit extra, he does play his shot with a lot of conviction behind. And I think in this innings too, it was really important for him to bat with the Rohit Sharma and manage to get that power runs which was India was looking. So I think at the moment, Surya Kumar in the middle order is basically the most impactful batsman in the world.
Roha, he's got to be good at physics, right? Like, how is he reading at that pace and getting the bat to just, like, they were audacious shots.
मैं आपको देखिए उसने स्काई ने जो है ना 47 रन्स किए हैं, उसमें अगर आप बाउंड्रियों से रन देखें तो 4 बाउंड्रियां हैं और 2 छक्के हैं, तो ये हो गए ऑलमोस्ट कोई 28 रन। 19 रन उन्होंने सिंगल से किए हैं। अगर देखें, हम हमेशा यंगस्टर को कहते हैं अगर आपने 50 करनी है तो उसके लिए ठीक है, स्ट्राइक रेट होना चाहिए 170 180 अच्छा होता है, तो उन्होंने 19 सिंगल लिए इसमें। तो आपके पास ये क्वालिटी बहुत ज़रूरी है, आपके पास ये होना। जब आपके पास ये क्वालिटी नहीं होगी तो आप देखिए, हम बाज़-औक़ात एज अ बैटर छक्कों की जो है ना प्रैक्टिस कर रहे होते हैं, लेकिन वो तो जब आप 50 तक जब पहुँचोगे, जब ये आप 20-25 सिंगल्स भी करोगे, उसकी हम कोई भी प्रैक्टिस नहीं करते और वहीं पे स्टक हो जाते हैं हम लोग।
ये आईपीएल टीम में कप्तान है, ये फ्रेंचाइज को छोटी फ्रेंचाइज नहीं है, उनके कप्तान खेल रहे हैं,
तो ये आपको
प्रेशर नहीं पता हो, किसको पता होना,
ये पता होना चाहिए,
समझिए बात,
ये आपको पता होना है।
अब वो खड़ा रोहित शर्मा के साथ, उसने रोहित शर्मा को अंडर प्रेशर नहीं किया, उसने आके एक आध चौका मारा, फिर सिंगल डबल कर लिया, फिर 1-2 चौके मारे ताकि रोहित शर्मा इजी रहे।
और लग ऐसे रहा था जैसे वो एक यंग प्लेयर है और ये जो है सूर्य कुमार जो है ना, वो एक सीनियर प्लेयर है, वो कोई मसला नहीं है, हाँ ठीक है मैं कर दूंगा, यहाँ से सिंगल, यहाँ से सिंगल, फिर एक आधा कट शॉट, फिर एक आधा स्कूप शॉट। तो वो ऐसा लग रहा था कि इनकी 73 की पार्टनरशिप है कि रोहित शर्मा एज ए यंगस्टर खेल रहे हैं और सूर्य कुमार या यादव जो है वो एज ए सीनियर प्लेयर खेल रहे हैं। तो देखिए, ये कॉम्प्लीमेंट आपने करना है, लेकिन ये आप कैसे कर सकते हो जब आपके बिहाइंड में हम ये नहीं कह रहे हैं कि आप जाओ फर्स्ट क्लास ही खेलते रहो। नहीं, आपने समझना है, अगर आपको T20 भी खेलना है, 50 और की क्रिकेट भी खेलनी है, इवन क्लब क्रिकेट भी खेलनी है, तो उसके लिए सिर्फ ये प्रैक्टिस नहीं करने की जाके छक्के छक्के करने, आपने सिंगल डबल और फिर ऑड कितनी बाउंड्रियां लगा सकते हैं। उनकी इनिंग्स के देख लें, इवन रोहित शर्मा की इनिंग में देख लें।
मुझे ये बताएं, ये मिडिल ऑर्डर, वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट इंडियाज मिडिल ऑर्डर, कि कितना ऑन द ऑफेंसिव पे जाके वो अटैक करते हैं बॉलर्स को, और वो बिल्कुल भी इस तरह नहीं कहते कि बैक फुट पे रह के खेलें, जो भी कंडीशंस वो अडैप्ट करते हैं। इंग्लैंड की हमने अपने प्री मैच में भी बात की थी कि कैसे वो ओवर रिलाई कर रहे हैं अपने ओपनिंग पेयर पे। इस वर्ल्ड कप में हाईएस्ट रन रेट उनका है पावर प्ले में अमंग ऑल टीम्स। मिडिल ऑर्डर में वी आर येट टू सी एनीथिंग ऑफ मैच विनिंग वैल्यू जिसे आप कहें, या फिनिशिंग वैल्यू। सैम करन, लिविंगस्टन, इवन बेयरस्टो की तरफ से हमने वो नॉक नहीं देखा जिसके लिए वो जाने जाते हैं। व्हाट हैज हैपेंड टू इंग्लैंड इन देयर मिडिल ऑर्डर, बिकॉज़ दे आर नॉट थिंकिंग बियॉन्ड सॉल्ट एंड बटलर।
उनके अगर 2-3 मैचेस देखें तो उनके वो 5-5 ओवर, 8-8 ओवर, 10-10 ओवर के मैचेस हुए हैं, तो उसमें उनको क्वालिफाई करना था। जिस तरह उनका स्टार्ट हुआ एक मैच में, वो आके हार गए, और उसके बाद वो एक जैसे स्कॉटलैंड का एक मैच हुआ जिसमें बारिश हो गई, और उसके बाद फिर क्वालिफिकेशन मुश्किल हो गई थी नेक्स्ट राउंड के लिए, तो उनका ये हो गया। लेकिन बात असल में ये है कि अगर मैं उनकी बात करूं, उनकी मिडिल ऑर्डर की बात करूं, तो मोइन अली एक ऐसे प्लेयर थे जो कि उनकी तरफ उनको अगर आज भी अगर देखा जाए तो उनसे बॉलिंग ही नहीं कराई गई। तो आप देखें, और अगर पास में मैं बात करूं, मोइन अली वो क्रिकेटर थे जब इंग्लैंड ये टीम आती थी इंडिया की तो सबसे ज़्यादा उन्होंने आउट किए होते थे। तो देखिए आप बाजू का सही है, आपके पास प्लान बनाए होते हैं, लेकिन ऑन द स्पॉट भी आपको कुछ प्लान चेंज करने होते हैं। जैसे हम पिछले मैच में बात कर रहे थे कि देखिए स्पिनर से एक आधा ओवर करते हैं और फिर वो बीच में नहीं करते हैं, और अब हम ये देख रहे हैं कि दो स्पिनर एक साथ बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, 5-5 6-6 ओवर्स कर रहे हैं। वो उन्होंने लर्न किया, लेकिन ये लेट हो गया। देखिए अब जब ये नेक्स्ट टाइम आए तो मेक श्योर करें कि इनके पास ऐसे बैटर्स हों जिनको, अब देखें जैसे जॉनी बेयरस्टो हैं, अब मैंने उनके 1-2 मैच देखे तो वो फिर शॉट ही मारते रहे, जबकि वो ऐसे क्रिकेटर नहीं है, वो टेस्ट क्रिकेट